Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Sadhu.
Sadhu,
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 sadhu.
sadhu.
Now the Mamoru came, Rahul disappeared. Ranjani, again the screen. Can you set up the screen again? This just I can't see the other two.
That's all there is.
Oh, 5 of them are there. There must be 5 pictures. See, now only appear 3. When the other when the other one come, the other
Okay.
one more to come. Keiko is. Oh, no, it's okay. Everyone is there. Can see here. You know, you have to understand one thing. Buddha didn't use all those, you know, the religion of the Buddha is a face-to-face religion. So people must listen to the Dharma, especially by looking at the speaker. Dharma is not a hidden thing. Dharma is not to listen in a screen. So that's what happened today. Because people use internet and learn Dharma. So they don't respect teacher. They don't respect teachers. Especially Theravada Buddhists. Theravada Buddhists are the foremost of that category. But the other, especially when it comes to Mahayanis, because in that group, they have devotion very highly. They have devotion very, very high aspect. Theravada tradition is just intellectual, so it's only the brain, no heart. Right? But Buddhism, that's why we learn what is our topic, very interesting. Bodhisattva. I like this topic very much. Though I claim that I am a Theravada monk, I like this topic very much. You know why? It teaches karuna and prajna. Not just prajna alone. So the Bodhisattva is an embodiment of karuna and panya. He has good heart and good brain. What does it mean, heart? Feeling and memory. Feeling and memory. So he feels and he knows this is my teacher, this is my mother, this is my father. It goes to very great extent. This is my country. This is an elderly person and so on. Okay, so today we continue. What is it called? Sila Paramita. I want to give you amount of knowledge about all the 6 paramitas. This is very, very important. And then what happened? Whether I hope there will be a question for you to explain one paramita and significance of paramita, because when you speak about bodhisattva, few things important to remember. Bodhicitta, paramita, dasabhumi. These 3 topics. Thought of enlightenment, perfections, and 10 stages of enlightenment. So this is very, very important. So, and then again also what do we see? We have to see the, how to say, the importance of these 3 things. And today our topic is, remember last week, yesterday or the last Friday, we discussed, or 2 Fridays, we discussed what is it called, Dana Paramita. It's very, very important. Very important to all of us. Take note, Dana Paramita, because this lesson, having learned Buddhism, you are taking a diploma finish and degree finish. What are you going to do with this knowledge? You can use it for a commercial purpose. Commercial purpose means maybe get a good job to teach or do something. Or you can use it as, what is it called, religious life. You may look at this dharma and you can go beyond. Sometimes we look at the Dana Paramita. You can be a good social worker. What is it called? Seva, service to mankind. I want to practice charity. I want to do voluntary work. I want to cook and help to prepare a cup of tea. I want to serve poor and needy people. So on and so forth. So the inspiration coming in when we learn this dharma. So therefore it has a personal impact. Examination is one thing. Examination is actually, it is good thing, because when you study for examination, it gives you to reserve some knowledge. Otherwise you listen casually, you don't care about it, then next thing come you may. But when you prepare for examination, at least little amount of knowledge you store in your brain. That's right. I saw the result. So last year, all of you passed. All of you passed, right? This philosophy and this culture you pass mean certain knowledge is there, but I do not know how big it is, right? So today, our lesson is about Sila Paramita. You know, when it comes to Theravada Buddhism, it's very important. Sila Patithaya naro sapanyo chittang panhancha bhavayam. This is in Visuddhi Magga. Path of purification. A wise man established in morality first, Sila Paramita. That's a religion of the Buddha. Sila, the morality. The moral conduct is the establishment. Sila Paramita naro sapanyo chittang panhancha bhavayam. Develop mind and wisdom. Develop mind and wisdom. Sila Paramita naro sapanyo chittang panhancha bhavayam. But that's of course in Pali literature. We have to look at a little amount of what is it called the Mahayana Buddhist literature, the highlight of Mahayana Buddhist literature, right? How well they establish the word Sila, right? So when we see the word, what is it called? Sila or Shila, that in Sanskrit also is referring to, what is it called? Frequent exercises. Frequent exercise or repeated practice. Repeated practice. Frequent exercise. Of course, we have very popular word is called morality, right? Or sometimes it is called virtue. Many meanings are there. Is known as frequent exercise. Frequent, regularly, continuously. Continuous exercise. Continuous exercise. Frequent exercise. Repeated practice. Take note. This translation is very, very important because we have to look at this translation. What is morality? And this is also, there is another word meaning, Sila mean, what is it called? To tame. To tame. To tame. If you are not tame, we have a word, is called Vanachari. Vanachari. Vana is a forest. Chari means dweller. Forest dweller. Forest dweller means not civilized, not cultured, uncultured, uncivilized. Try to digest the meaning, right? Frequent exercise of what? Kaya, Vag, Manas. Body, speech, and mind. discipline, morality, or you can say culture, civilized body, civilized speech, civilized mind. It can go into that one, but basically, you know, when we talk about basic morality, actually moral precept, the purpose is to, how to say that, the moral precept is to how purify our mind. Ultimately, before that, right, it is referring to physical discipline, train and tame. And do you know it has a, I will put, when you say, very important word, when you say the word Sila is referring to ethical. You know, ethics in Buddhism, this is very, I mean, it's very, there's a support because we discuss ethics in Buddhism in diploma level. Last year we didn't discuss because last year our concentration was basically on India, origin of Buddhism and the other religions and how it happened, right? But this is second year. In second year, we concentrate the ethical. I mean, it's a very important thing because we have come to, we extended our knowledge to know the candidate of enlightenment. So remember, right? Here we, when we say the word Shila is referring to 5 precepts, 8 precepts, 10 precepts, 2 to 7 precepts, 3, 1, 1 precepts. But I have to put up here one more thing. When it comes to Mahayana Buddhism, right? In Mahayana, it is 250 for monks. And, oh, sorry. And 504 nuns. You have to look at in a different way. You know, for Buddhist Theravada monks only we have 2 stages. Just for your knowledge sake. First stage is called what? Samanera Sila. Novice monk. The next one is called Upasampada Sila. That is, what is it called? The, how to say, the higher ordinated one. Samanera Sila and Upasampada Sila. Samanera Sila and But in Mahayana tradition, this is Theravada precept. But when it comes to Mahayana tradition, Samikye, Bhikkhu, Usa, novice monk, preordinated monk, Bodhi, Sattva, Sila. Three different. Sami precept, the precept of the novice monk and nun, basically 10. Then go to Bhikkhu, 250, or it can be 500. The next one is Bodhisattva Sila. It's called Pusachi. Just for your knowledge sake, right? What is Bodhisattva precept? You know, vegetarianism. Chinese Mahayana monks and nuns, only Chinese, eh? Japanese different. Japan Mahayana and China Mahayana different. They are not the same. Japanese monks and nuns, they eat meat, fish, and everything. Keiko, Hiroko, Mamoru, all. You are Mahayanis, but meat eaters. Chinese monks, they don't. That's called Bodhisattva Sila. They have different precepts. This is one of them. This is one of them. Vegetarianism. Clear? So like that, take this, is very interesting. Morality is not the same in Buddhism. Sri Lankan monks has one type. You go to Tibet, they have different type. And in China, one type. Korea, another type. Japan, another type. Right? But whatever it is, basic things like 5 precepts go like same. 10 precepts, but 10 precepts difference. You know why? Like Theravada monks, we are not supposed to take any meal afternoon. But Mahayana and Tibet, they take. They don't have that precept. They eat all the 3 meals. It's a norm in their life. Clear? Take this, is very interesting. That's why sometimes when you go to country, you have to understand moral conduct differ from country to country. So no need to ask question, why the Japanese monk like that? It's a Japanese Buddhism. Why Tibetan monk like that? It's a Tibetan Buddhism. Why Korean monk like that? Is Korean teaching. Why Sri Lankan monk like that? Sri Lankan monk don't eat after 12. That is different. It's different precepts. It's different precepts. But that's a foundation. But whatever it is, our lesson is in what is it called? Our lesson is Sila Paramita. Sila Paramita. Perfect morality. Perfect conduct. Right? Perfect culture. Perfect conduct, perfect culture, perfect morality, perfect ethical conduct, body, speech, and mind. So, okay, got it? Sila, right? It's the highest value. It's more precious than, what is it called? Silver or gold or gem or diamond or so on, right? A Buddhist without Sila is an imposter. Can you look at what is the word meaning imposter quickly? What is the word meaning imposter?
Impostor means the one who is devoid of moral conduct.
Yes. But what does it mean? Yes, that's the meaning.
Impostor person. नकली जैसे बोलते हैं ना अपन.
Yes. Amol?
क्या बोलते हैं प्रिटेटर, क्या बोलते हैं प्रिटेटर, ढोंगी,
Pretender.
प्रिटेंडर.
Amol?
I know in Japanese, but
What is in Japanese? I learned
Sagi-
Japanese.
詐欺師、
Huh?
詐欺師、
Sanishi.
ペテン師。
Pretend. So we all pretend, right, Mamoru? All of us pretend, right? Pretentious, yeah. Imposter mean what? Not show the real, true appearance, right? That is called imposter. Right? There are many statements to Sila, but let us take a very short version of Sila. It's a virtue. Because the word Sila has many things to learn, right? Samadhiraja. I always appeal you to remember some sutras in Mahayana. Samadhiraja Sutra. And Dasa Bhumika. Remember this, eh? Good. You must be very familiar with these sutras now. When we answer anything, we must refer to the Mahayana sutras and books. You can have here, there, but that is only for understanding. We are not going to mention too much from Theravada canons. So Mahayana, Samadhiraja Sutta and Dasabhumi, these are very popular discourses. They classify the morality into three categories. One, right? Samvara Sila. Samvara Sila. Samvara Sila means is referring to what is it called? Samvara means discipline. Discipline. Samvara Sila. Then coming to number two, right? Kusala Dharma. Kusala Dharma Sangraha Sila. Kusala Dharma Sangraha Sila means earning merits, accumulation of merits. To make merits. Kusala Dharma Sangraha Sila. That is very, very important. Sattva Anugrahaka Sila. Rendering service to living beings. Samvara Sila, Samvara is keynote, it's very disciplined. You know, basically, when you say the word Samvara, it is referring to Indriya Samvara, eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body, but ultimately it's the mind also. Clear? Have you seen? If you can remember, this is very good. Dasabhumika Sutra and Samadhi Raja Sutta, they classified morality into three categories. Sangvara Sila, then Kusala Sangraha, Kusala Dharma Sangraha Sila. That's you do earn merits is also they consider it as. And this is where you see that the development of Buddhist thought, Sattva Anugrahaka Sila, and a moral conduct to serve others. This is where the Bodhisattva ideal emerge. Because early, when they consider the early Buddhism, they felt a little bit like service is, how to say, the left out, neglected. So they go for enlightenment and then come back and teach Dharma and so on and so forth. Yeah, but when it talk about the Bodhisattva one, have you seen? Very interesting. Right? They consider that India Sangha is a keynote, very important, but then again come into Kusala Dharma Sangraha, that means accumulation of merits. In order to accumulate merits, you need to have a discipline. You see now, what am I doing? I'm teaching Buddhism. You are listening to the teaching of the Buddha. So there must be a discipline. You sit down, look at what am I typing, and listen with your eardrum. That's Sila. If you start talking and doing other kind of thing, now looking at your phone and all those kind of things. So there's no morality. See, now you see what am I typing? Indriya Sangvara. You listen what am I talking? And also you also write down. So your bodily discipline, this is called because, and this action is known as, what is it called? An act of merits. An act of merits. You too earn merits, accumulate merits. I too accumulate merits. We both party accumulate merits. We both party accumulate merits. Clear? Can you remember these three? Right? So further, right? Bodhi Sattva, right? The Bodhisattva, right? Examine oneself. Examine oneself and discovers own faults. Discovers own fault. And shortcomings. Does not. Therefore, worldly honor, gain, and fame, etc. He does not care for worldly honor, gain, fame, all those. He doesn't run after all those. Remember? These are mentioned in these sutras. Right? Acquires, right? Acquires perfect spiritual vigilance. Spiritual vigilance, which is known as apramada. You know apamada amatapada? Pramada. Vigilance, perfect vigilance. Right? He doesn't delay the things, never postpone the things. He's not lazy. Person has apamada. He doesn't delay, he's not lazy, and so on. Right? And rasa akushala kamma. Abstain from dasa akushala kamma. Abstain from dasa akushala karma. You know, dasa akushala karma has, what is it called? Body, speech, and mind. Akushala karma. Panatipata dinna dana kami sumichachar. Musawada pisuna vacha parusavacha sampappala abhijja vyapad. Killing, stealing, social misconduct. Lying, slandering, harsh word, gossip, and extreme greed, excessive desire, and coming to hatred. Excessive desire and hatred. So the 10 dasa kusala karmas take as much as care, abstain, avoid committing all those mistakes. Right? Yeah. Remember? These are mentioned in the, what do we call, in Samadhiraja and Dasabhumika Sutra, especially Bodhisattva Bhumi. Bodhisattva Bhumi. Is morality. is morality, service extended not only to human beings, the animals also. Our Dhamma Sataka. Can remember this is basically the Bodhisattva stories. It's a very popular book text. Avadhan Sataka, written in later period, right? Right, he said, but I cannot, right, endure. I cannot endure the pain even of an ant. Look at this is what is it called? Kinshemendra. He mentioned that he could not tolerate, he can't see even an ant suffering. Even an ant suffering. Clear? You know, this is just we take what is it called like Panatipata. Killing living beings. Right? Killing living beings. Right? Some animals said to possess a few human attributes. Can you check what is the word meaning attributes? What is the word meaning attribute?
Property.
Some more? Yes, Mamoru.
Character.
Hmm?
Character.
Yes. Some characteristics. Hmm? Right? They can speak as a result of merits. Some snakes and parrots. You can understand here and understand sutras. So therefore, don't you see snake, better talk to them dharma. If you see cobra, don't take stick and hit them. Chant karaniya matta kusalena. Then, right? So the parrot, they said he can speak. Parrot can speak. So special merits. That's why the snake, right? When you use him, so he start dancing. Quite interesting, right? That's why I even mentioned that certain animals are living in real heaven. Certain animals are reborn in heaven. Reborn in heaven. The Gautama was born as, what is it called? Yeah. Dog, lion, elephant, right? Fish, bird, etc. Even there are a lot of stories, right? Jatic stories. Right? Mahayana writers. Mahayana writers, right? They teach. What do they teach? It is sin, is wrongdoing to eat meat. It is sin to eat meat. Abrogate. They abrogate the old rule that a monk can eat meat. You know why in Pali literature, you know, Bhesajja Kanda. In Bhesajja Kanda in Mahavagga Pali in Vinaya book, there is a permission for a Buddhist monk to eat among certain meat, but if it is pure from three conditions, Ditta Sutta Mutta, never seen never heard, never felt. If he has not seen the animal is being killed, he didn't hear that it was being killed for Bhante Gunaratana. And when he goes to that house to take meal, that he doesn't feel that, oh, this meat prepared for me. So it's called Trikoti Parisuddha Mamsa, the meat pure from three conditions. But what did they do? Abrogate. What's the word meaning? Abrogate? Abolished. Look at what is the meaning? Abrogate.
It's meaning repeal or do away with a law, right, or formal agreement.
Do away. Do away mean what?
Do away with.
Abandon.
Yes. Abandon. So Mamoru has to abandon, eh? You want to be a bodhisattva? If no need to be a bodhisattva, then you can go and eat. Eh? Want to be bodhisattva, so you must, right? There's a discourse in Mahayana Buddhism. What is it called? Lankava Tara Sutra. Have you heard about it? Anyone of you? No?
Yes,
Never heard?
heard I about it.
What is this sutra is on? It's a visit by the Buddha to Sri Lanka. Visit by the Buddha to Sri Lanka, right, during the lifetime. In this discourse, there is called Mamsa Bhaksha Nishedha Parivarta. Chapter of Nishedha mean
Prohibition.
prohibit. There's another good English word better than prohibition. Is there an English word called veto? V-E-T-O? That's the real meaning. Stop.
Restrain.
Yes.
Restraint.
Chapter of prohibit meat eating. It's a big chapter, very long chapter. That's why in Mahayana Buddhism, especially when it comes to Chinese Buddhist literature, in that religion, right, Chinese Buddhism, they emphasize meat eating is wrong. Meat eating is bad. An act of meat eating is an act of ghosts and demons. Petas and yakhas only eat meat. So they condemn it, right? So what was the main reason here? Quite interesting. Look at the last line in our lesson today, right? is not right. Is not right to spread. Not try to spread terror and agony. It's not right to spread terror and agony among animals. This is mentioned in Lankavatara also. Quite interesting. That's why this, when you look at this, what is it called, Mahayana, and that's a development of Buddhism. Development of Buddhism. But with that, what do we see? Right? The clear? Okay. Before we conclude that, today our Sila Paramita, right? It's in Pali. Sila is known as a frequent practice, repeated exercise, regular thing continue, right? So Sangvara Sila and Upasampada Sila in Theravada tradition, but in Mahayana tradition, it extended to 3 types of Samiche, Pichuche, Pusache. The precept of novice, precept of monks and nuns, precept of bodhisattvas. The bodhisattva precept, they have like wow, meat eating and all those kind of things when it comes to higher level of, right? So Sila Paramita is mentioned. So in Samadhiraja Sutta and Dasabhumika Sutra, the Sila had been classified into 3 main headings. Sila to discipline, Sila to accumulate merit, Sila to serve and living beings. That's why Sangvara Sila, then Kusala Dharma Sangraha Sila, and Sattva Anugrahaka Sila. Clear? And then coming to the Bodhisattva, because of that precept, he get these kind of things. So in our Dhamma Sataka, that's why Panatipata Adinadana, those precepts. And then, so that it can extend to the animals. So when it comes to precepts, right? When it comes to that precepts is extend to the animals, and so that's what they see. Some animals, they have some extraordinary merits. They can speak, they can learn dharma, they can act, right? The next life they can go to heaven, right? Transcending their animal life. So then coming to meat eating. So this is one of them because it's also related to killing, right? Because human beings kill many animals for food. Right? Do you know how many millions they kill per week? Right? Week. 1,000 million animals. Per week, 1,000 million animals killed for food. 1,000 million. Imagine, right? If somebody kills human beings, 7 weeks time, no more human beings. 1,000 million India, 1,000 million in Middle East, 1,000 million in Europe, 1,000 million in China, all gone. No more. Clear? Okay, so we stop here. Next week we learn another paramita. Today this is Sila Paramita. Very important, very interesting. How it had extended from normal moral conduct of your enlightenment, the animals, and to the birds, and to the living beings, and service. So thanks. Wish you all health, wealth, protection, peace, happiness, goodwill, good life. Namami Buddhang Gunasagarantang Satta Sada Hontu Sukhi Avera. May you all be well.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much.
Okay. See you.
Thank you.
Yes. See how fast can go out. Hey. See? Become bigger. Right? That's nice. See, one word.